All foods have an aura, but when you cook them, that aura is gone. It has a dark aura. Everything that's inanimate has a dark aura to it, because there's no energy coming from it, no true energy. Whereas anything that is living has a colorful aura to it. And again, you can take that and you get somebody who's a very spiritual person. You'll see they have a very bright aura. You see somebody who's very dark and very negative person, they're going to have a very weak aura. Or somebody who's really sick, they're going to have a weak aura. It's a very easy way to tell. Well, once again, you cook a food and the aura is gone, and the energy is gone. So, once again, I developed this the raw food pyramid, and I said, well, what belongs in the body the most? Well, at the bottom of the pyramid is water. That's what we need the most of. This is something the food pyramid never even heard of, and they don't promote it, they don't talk about it, it's just an aside. And again, that's what I was finding for most of the raw foodists out there. They don't really talk about water, it's just an aside. What do you do with water? Somebody told me, somebody very well famous person said, well, I put a little lemon into some distilled water. I wasn't even thinking about it. Most of the disease you find in our society comes because people don't drink enough water. If people were to simply drink enough water, anywhere from 40 to maybe 60% of the chronic disease in our society would be seriously abated, if not completely missing. We don't drink enough water. And then when we do drink water, we don't drink the right kind of water, because really we have been totally misled. And that's some of the things I'm going to dispel here tonight, about which water you want to drink and which water you don't want to drink. So water is at the bottom. And then we can talk about all the raw foods and everything, and then on the very top of the pyramid is algae, the most powerful foods in the world, what we need the least of, but they're the most nutritionally dense foods in the world. So I drink about 1.5 to 2 gallons of water every single day. I do it day in and day out. I've been to many, many places, and I've been told many, many times that you only need about 2 quarts, 2.5 quarts, 2.5 liters every day. That's it. They look at my size and they say, that's it. Any more than that is harmful. Then they'll tell me something else. They'll say, well, you can drink too much water. Well, then you can drink too much water in a short period of time. If you try to drink 1 gallon of water in an hour, that's quite dangerous, yes. This water would be quite a bit easier and much more healthy to drink 1 gallon of this water than conventional water, but it's still, you wouldn't want to drink 1 gallon in an hour. Again, I'm drinking 1.5 gallons, maybe 2 gallons every day throughout the day. And I also will tell you about when to drink water and when not to drink water, because there are right times to do things and there are wrong times to do things. But you do need a substantial amount of water. You're going to lose every day anywhere from about 3/4 to 1 gallon of water through just the basic human processes of urination, defecation, perspiration, and respiration, just breathing out. You're just losing all this water. And you get a hot day like today, and you're going to lose even more, but in the winter it's very dangerous as well, because it's very dry and you don't realize it. Well, I'm not that thirsty or whatever. Well, a lot of dehydration happens in the winter, especially in those very cold months when the humidity is very, very low. So we always need to be on guard and get into that regular routine of drinking water every single day. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is have a big tall glass of water. It's the first thing out of the gates. I never miss it. It's every day. The next thing I do is I pour off an equal glass and I sit down and my computer, whatever I'm going to do, and I drink that glass within the next 15 to 20 minutes. So after having been up less than 30 minutes, I've already drank 1 liter of water. I generally fast until the early hours of the afternoon. The more you can fast every day, the healthier you will be. Fasting, and there's only one true way to fast, and that is with water. Okay, we could do a juice fast. I've got a customer of mine who just went on spirulina and chlorella 10-day fast with these only. He's reporting some phenomenal results with that. Very high energy, very clear thinking, weight loss. But each and every day, I generally eat in the evening, 9 or 10 o'clock, because I tend to go to bed after midnight, so I've got a couple hours of digestion. So say 8 or 10 o'clock. I don't eat again until the following day around 1 o'clock. That gives me about a minimum 12-hour, usually a 14 to 15-hour fast every day. And another person who does this to an even greater degree is Gabriel Cousins. He fasts about 20 hours a day. But fasting is the single most important thing you can do at any given time in our life. If you're sick, the best thing you can do is stop eating and drink water. That's the best thing you can do. If you're not feeling good for a particular reason, or you think you're getting a flu or something, it's too late to start trying to eat the spirulina and chlorella to build your immune system, because the immune system doesn't work that way. You can't build it up overnight. You can't start eating a bunch of garlic because that's good for the immune system, or onions because it's good for the immune system. It's too late for that. The best thing you can do is stop eating. You notice most animals, when they get sick, they stop eating. So it's because it's just a natural instinct. So which water to drink and which water not to drink. It's real easy. What you want to drink is either spring water or mineral water. If you're out there in the street and you have to buy something, get yourself a bottle of water, make sure it says spring water on it. That's what you're going to find. You won't find mineral water very many places. So spring water. Really well-filtered tap water. 95% of the tap water in the United States is perfectly fine to drink. I can address the question of fluoride. A lot of people are concerned about that. I don't like the idea that there's fluoride in water. They're putting it in Grand Ledge water now because somebody discovered that it wasn't in Grand Ledge water, so let's get it in there. The Dental Association pushes this very heavily. The EPA, the FDA pushes this very heavily, but it comes down to your municipality putting it in, and believe me, once they got